Should the article be used twice with a proper noun starting with the? If a proper noun includes the word the and we want to refer to it using the definite article, should the appear twice in succession? For example, can you pass me the CD? Versus can you pass me the CD? The US government passed the Hague Act versus the US government passed the Hague Act? This example inspired by a comment to this answer. To me the first version seem incorrect, but the second version sound very awkward.
I provided a long answer to the question capitalization in texts where the title is also a concept that is referred to within the text a while ago. Part of my answer to that question is directly relevant to this one. In the following quotation, the boss is a nickname commonly used for the singer Bruce Springsteen. Sometimes what sounds natural can supersede what is technically correct from a syntactical point of view. For example, black tick mark, those are the Gucci shoes I was talking about. Here, we have a proper noun acting to modify a common noun. But while the next sentence follows the same syntactical rule, it doesn't look right. Question mark, that is the boss ticket I was talking about. Even though the second article is not actually an article per se, it's part of a name, it's not possible to look at the duplication and think it's appropriate. If something is technically correct, but is still incredibly awkward, it's better to rephrase it. In this case, we could omit one or the other word, knowing the meaning would be understood anyway, or we could actually restructure the sentence so it's not awkward to start with. Black tick mark, that is the ticket to the boss I was talking about. Black tick mark, that is the boss ticket I was talking about. Black tick mark, that is the boss ticket I was talking about. In the last two sentences, we know perfectly well which words should be capitalized, it's just that we're choosing to omit one or the other for the sake of comprehension. And which we omit would be a matter of style or personal choice.
In speech, you'll never add an extra article and might even elide the one in the proper name. Where's the CD? And even where's that CD? Where's my CD? In writing, with quotes, or bold or italic, to indicate that the second article is part of the title, you might. It looks rather odd. Nobody will complain if you don't, unless it creates ambiguity, and I cannot think of an example of that. Any takers? You might rephrase to avoid awkwardness. The performance by The Who, not the Who performance, or the Who performance. Now, somebody is doubtless going to refer me to a lawsuit between two rock bands that were once one rock band, now known as what? And the what, lawyers have to be very careful what they write.
There's probably some exception somewhere, but no, native English users do not use the word the twice in a row in a sentence. Remember, human languages aren't computer programming languages. They may tend into patterns of use that we call rules, but they in no way, shape or form are slave to those rules. The rules were made up post facto by humans trying to understand and or explain how English works. So the answer is that English speakers don't like to say the same word twice in a row, so they generally don't. If that conflicts with some rule people think exists for English, that's the rule's problem.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.